Good morning. My good God, look at the state of this hair. I look like you, Digger. On my fluffs. My little fluffs. Oh, careful, he's whacked your head then. Right, let's tag everyone. You know what I realised when I was... I checked back on the videos to make sure the sound works. I realised that every video I seem to open up with like some sort of singing. Like... good morning, or dum-da-dum-da-dum. Obviously just a weird trait of mine. Or maybe I've missed my calling as a singer, I don't know, but it makes you more conscious of, let's tag everyone there, bloody things coming through. Right, everyone's tagged. It makes you more conscious of what you're actually doing, isn't it? Like, if you spent the day or the morning in my house, you'd see how cuckoo I can be. I like literally walk around like, come on guys, this way. That's disgusting. Kiss, I'm going to give you a knuckle sandwich, Digger. So, I'm with Digger today. Just a little bit of an insight for you, just while I wait for a few people to come on. Do your thing, hit the likes, hit the loves, tell me you can hear me, otherwise this story is going to be no fucking good. I posted, obviously, you might have seen that I'm going to be running a... Morning, Alison. You might have seen that I'm going to be running a German-specific challenge soon. Now, your barking one will come. I'm just finalising a few details and how I'm going to fit it into everything else I'm doing. But it is coming, because I know a few of you want some more help with that. But interestingly, I posted a survey last night. Come out of there! No, come on out, Diggs, because you're going to fucking knock my TV off. Good lad. Digger, come on. Good boy. 1 second, let me just save my house. Digger, good boy. Digger, come here. Good lad. Save my house from Digger destruction. So yeah, anyway, last night I posted a survey. And I wanted to see roughly, in a percentage format, how many dogs or how many owners of the dogs had seen changes in the dog's behaviour. Now, way back when this lockdown first started, on my 3 Steps to Silence email list, one of the first things I sent them was, look guys, we're in this situation now. You're going to have more time with your dogs, but at the same time, make sure they're still having that downtime. I think I've mentioned it in here as well. Morning, Nicola. Morning, Sue. Because there's going to be an increase in separation issues, attention-seeking behaviours, potentially barking. And I got an email from one of the ladies who's been to my Teenage Tearaways class, and she went, Claire, you were fucking leagues ahead of everything. She said, you know, look at this in this newspaper article. I was like, yeah, I know, I'm fucking good. Anyway, the percentage of people so far in less than like 12 hours, from doing this survey was 75% had seen a change, whether that was barking increase. I think attention seeking came up as one of the top, actually. Yeah, attention seeking and a barking increase, and then very closely behind was separation anxiety. So it was really interesting to see, like, the geek in me kind of likes academic stuff and research and things like that. So it was really interesting to see the changes that people had experienced. And like I said, I hate to say it, but I told you so. So this is what we don't want for you guys. And interestingly, after I saw that, after I'd posted that survey, I looked through this group, and I could see, like, Alison's comment saying that Buster ran to the garden and then came straight back again and did some work. Fantastic. Who else was it posted? I think Joanne posted about Tink, how she'd seen an improvement. And I just reading through, Cheryl was another one. I can't think off the top of my head. But just seeing you posting, this has happened and this progress has happened, makes me inside go, yes, it's working, you know. And as with dogs, anything that's working for them, they're going to keep doing. I'm not calling you dogs, by the way, but if it's working for the dog, they're going to keep doing it. So for you, as a dog owner, you can see this shit is working, so keep fucking doing it. Morning, Joanne. Morning, Heidi. So yeah, I just wanted to share that little bit of information with you, because I was like, I knew it would be high, but I didn't realise it would like be that high. 75% is a lot. And as a dog trainer, I'm going to be seeing more problem cases when we come out of this. And that's what I didn't kind of want. So that's why I created these groups. And yeah, I'm rambling away. So today's training I thought we'd strip it back a little bit and do some more basic. What is that? You are a weird dog. Bless him. Like my little bundle of straw he is. So today we're going to strip it back and we're going to look at some simple foundation stuff of sit, down and stand. Now, this is going to help you more. I know a lot of dogs can sit and I know a lot of dogs can down, but what I want to see is more fluency. And the way that this is the most effective is where your hands are positioned. My new mantra in life: when you notice shit working, keep fucking doing it. Absolutely. Fist pump. Boof. Virtual fist pump. Morning, Cheryl. Made you happy? You won't believe how proud I was of the big boy. Fantastic. Yeah, it makes me happy as a dog trainer because, you know, what I do and the way I work is only ever... my goal and my mission in life is to get a better society of dogs, to get a calmer society of dogs. I mean, there's no dog that I've come across yet that's been as chaotic as this little man here. You know, he's put me through so much shit. And like, it was way back even when Titan was chaotic. I thought, no, we need to work on this. So Hamley can't down, I think because he's low to the ground. No, we can teach it. It's just that we might need to look at some of the main reasons that dogs won't lie down is either because they don't quite understand what it is that we want of them. Perhaps they don't like the surface of the floor. So a lot of the time in classes, my floor, it's a dance hall that we work in. And getting the dogs to lie down, I tend to get them to either bring a mat or practice on carpet because the floor can sometimes be against dogs. If the ground's wet, that can be another aspect that dogs might not want to lie down. So we can teach it. There are just different ways we go about it. Hey, Beth. That really made me laugh, bless her. Interesting, it's only EastEnders as well. It reminded me of Hunter with the Alexa song. Every time, this is a shout out to my ex, he fucking starts barking. It's a pitch in that makes him bark. Loki will only down on carpet. Yeah. And it's taken into consideration these, you know, it's not that the dog won't do it, because they will lie down at some point, but then we need to figure out, well, why aren't they doing it? And the same goes for anything. Bruno was a close second to most chaotic. I've been through loads of shit with him. It must be a terrier thing, like, honestly. I love, obviously I'm like, everyone's got their breed choice, haven't they, and their breed preferences, and I am German Shepherds, but I love all dogs. And to be fair to, like, Digger, he's taught me a lot. As a handler, he's taught me a lot as a professional, and he's taught me that what you think you know gets wiped out the window, seriously. Yeah, always keeps me on my toes. So, let's get into today's task. I don't know what you want round the back of there. What do you want? Keep fucking nebbing there, don't you? Here. Digger, good boy. So we're going to have a look at sit, down and stand. Now, most of you, when you're doing a sit, you will probably, let me move that out of the way, I've got my holy jeans on today as well. You'll probably bring your hand up like that. And that's one of the basic ways. Let me just flip these comments off so I can see that you can see. In fact, it might be better down here. So yeah, one of the first ways is we bring the hand up like this position here. Now he's gone into a down, but let me just put you out. I'm just going to show you the sequence. Sit, stand and down. Sit, that was rubbish. Sit, stand and down. Did you see how my hands went? Sit, stand and down. So if we come from a down to a stand, I just pulled my hand out. Can you see me there? Sit, down, stand. That was rubbish. Really, because I'm being like quite specific on my criteria, that wasn't a stand that I would like. This paw here moved. What you want them to do is kind of just do that with their legs. So let me see if I can try again. Good. That was rubbish as well. But you can see how the hand placement, so if we come from a down to a sit, yes, good boy. Today's more about you looking at your body language and looking at how you're moving. So sit to stand, still rubbish, stand to down, down to sit. Good. Stand, a little bit better, not brilliant. Sit. Down. Stand. That was a better stand. Good boy. So that there, it wasn't that Digger was doing it wrong, it was probably more likely my hand movements. So what I did there was I flicked the switch, I flicked the treat into this hand for better access. So let's try that again. Down, sit, stand. Yes, ish, good boy. Down. So just get creative. Try not to get too much into a routine, so you always do sit down, stand, sit down, stand, sit down, stand, because then we'll merge and the dogs won't be learning what the cue actually is. So what have I done there? What do I do? Down, stand, sit. So if I go sit to stand, to down, to sit. That's all with one treat. And you can work on these individually so that the dog understands. He's probably going to do down. Good boy, well done. Sit. That was rubbish. Good boy. Stand. Yes. Good lad. So again, you see me fade in the lure there. As for the behaviours, then reward afterwards. Right, let me flick these comments back on. Loads of comments of people not seeing. Get out of there, Digger. Thank you. I have to watch this dog like a hawk. Right, lots of comments of people not seeing Bruno for a long time of how calm and well trained he is. Yay, that's brilliant. That's it's very easy to like a lot of the time, like when I work with clients, not so much now but previously, they'll come to me obviously with an issue and then we'll work on it for a few weeks and then the dog's getting better, which they'll see, but then it's easy to forget how the dog was to how the dog is now. I'm probably guilty of it with him, and Digger is such a little dickhead and stuff like this, but considering I couldn't even walk him through the house past the other dogs at one time without some sort of fight kicking off, shows me how far he's come. Like the vet's bills have like gone right down, haven't they, Diggs? Good boy. Would just reward if they've done what you've asked, not on what they've gambled on. So today is more about your hand placements and your movements. If the dog, for example, so Digger is classic at lying down. I've kind of just cued that there, so let's see what he does. Straight down, didn't ask for it. So what I would do is when you're luring, I would go for something else. Sit, yes, and reward that. Stand, yes, good boy. And then you can add, see, he's going to go straight back into his default behaviour. Dogs have something called a default. Most of them are sits and downs, because if you think about when the dog is a puppy or when the dog first comes to you, we tend to inadvertently do a lot of sit for the treat, sit for your dinner, sit when you're crossing the road, so this is a very Digger, come out there please, thank you. This is a behaviour that gets reinforced quite a lot, and if you think about where you are rewarding, like I've not even got into reward placements properly yet, but it's generally in front of us. So let me just show you a quick demonstration. Put this down here again. So if I stand at the side, look where he comes, in front. Good boy, here. So if I say sit, see? Sit. Yes, that's better. I'm not going to go into that too much today because I don't want to confuse you. We'll maybe look at that another day. But today's task is sit down and stand. So if I've never taught him down, how do I teach from scratch the down? Or do I include others like you? Got you? Yeah. I should probably teach you that. So if you don't know how to do the down, there are probably 4 main ways of doing it. The first one, excuse me, let me just roll you out, is we're going to glue the treat to Digger's nose here. We're going to start in the sit, then we're going to very slowly let him nibble, he's nibbling on this treat, down to the floor, and when then both of those paws, both of those legs go down, I reward on the floor in between the paws. Now a lot of dogs will tend to get straight up after it. Just keep repeating the process and repeating the process and repeating the process. Now then, another way of teaching down is food, floor. So from a stand, I'll just show you that again because that's quite quick. As I've thrown him out, as he comes in, treat to the nose, straight to the floor. That's another way. The other one is like a folding down. Did you get it? Good boy. So the dog's in a sit. Can you see him there? We bring the treat up and straight down to the floor. Good boy. Well done. Throw you out again. Show you that again. Sit. Yes. Did you see how I speeded that up then? Let's roll that out again one more time because we like this one, don't we, Digger? Yes. Good boy. So that fast move, it's a little bit similar to how they come in and we go down, but this time we're adding a bit of a bounce in it. And Digger's a bouncy dog, so he really likes this. Now the other way of teaching her down, and something that I had to teach Lily, was using something called capturing. Now with Lily, when the training happened, she was like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Her stand was brilliant. But getting her to lie down and just like mooch a little bit was very, very difficult. And she can still be, to this day, very training minded. We're training, what are we doing? I'll down, I'll spin, I'll come in front of you. So teaching her to settle down, Digger, good boy, meant I had to do something called capture it. And that basically means waiting until the dog performs it naturally, i.e. she's gone to her bed and she's settled down. I couldn't use food and I definitely couldn't use toys, so what I did was I used verbal praise. Good girl, nice one, good girl. And then that's how we built it up like that. So I hope that helps. How many's like Digger? Was that you just mentioned? I can't remember what I said. Stand from scratch, please. Yep, sure thing. So if you think about the dogs, Bruno's got a nice stand actually. So let's say stand from scratch. So he's stood now, so I could reward that. Good boy. Good lad. Can you see him there? Now, if he offers me a behaviour like he has done now, treat to nose, pull out. Good. Reward that stand. If Digger, I'm going to cue it because down. If he does this again, treat to nose, pull out, stand. That was beautiful stand, lovely. Good lad. So teaching a stand is probably a bit easier. Good boy. So he's naturally sat. Oh, good lad. Well done. Can we have that other foot on the floor? Good. So you're basically just rewarding the stand position. So he's gone back into a sit, half partial down, treat to nose, pull out, stand. Yep. Okay, so I hope that helps. That he couldn't walk past dogs. Digger. Oh yes, yeah, I'm with you, yeah. Digger still can't really. He's definitely much better than he was. He can in the house. No, come out of there because your TV's going to go flying. Good boy. He can in the house, which is a bonus. If we see a dog out on the street, he's very bouncy. He doesn't bark half as much as he used to. I remember doing a session with Carol and Sid, who are in here, and I was more nervous than Carol was because he can be a swine when he wants to. But the boy did good. So yeah, I hope that helps today. There are your training tasks. Sit down and stand. Fire up your videos, and I look forward to seeing them later on. Bye-bye.